I'm Sheldon Brock.
My name's Justin Irwin.
Hey, my name is Cody.
My name is Chrissy Hodgman.
I'm here to talk about the experience that I had this past summer in Uganda at Abetavu.
I'm here to talk about Abetavu.
I got a great opportunity to go to Abetavu as an intern.
I went to Uganda for an internship for my program at Summit Pacific College.
Abetavu's a real support system, I think. I mean, it's a grassroots organization planted within a community, but I see it as a means to kind of bring the community its place in together with its various programs and things.
Abetavu is what a family should be, even though it is not biologically they're not all put together. They're just people who love each other, who work together, who want what's best for each other, and that's displayed in their actions, and the community sees that as well.
Sort of like one of those hubs of the community where it just, they get to reach out and they just reach out as much as they can to touch the community around them, and they're living in it, so it's sort of special in that way.
Yeah, Abetavu is like this awesome place where you get to be with this community of Africans or Ugandans. There I got to make lots of friends, and I got to try different things. I got to help in the kids' church. I ran a few services, and I got to do activities with the kids.
Got to help out with the soccer ministry that they do on the fields. I got to fix a lot of stuff. I'm a carpenter, so that's what I do. Fix doors, just help out in general chores, even though they didn't want us to. We got to go out, walk in the community, just meet people, kids, lots of time with kids. Got to spend time in schools, and yeah, it was just got to do a lot of stuff. It was good.
While we were at Abetavu, basically just help out in any way we could, essentially. Hanging out with the kids, helping them do chores. I know that Justin and a lot of other people did carpentry and work for them because that's what he does. I wasn't too much help in that sense, but basically just in whatever capacity we could help, whether that was just playing with the kids, just kind of being in fellowship with them. Yeah, that's
What we were able to do project-wise was we ran an ESL camp for 3 weeks, I believe. And so we would have the kids come in, and then we would do a lesson, a Bible lesson, we would do songs, and then we would do craft, and then we would play games with them. And then we would go to the schools and just go on their breaks and do sports. And then, yeah, just help them around the house, whatever they needed. They really gave more to us than in my opinion, we could ever give. So.
Abetavu really, I'd say, broadened the horizon on what true community really looks like for me, I'd say. And I'd say the whole experience in general, not only just Abetavu, but just being in that country, just gave me great insight into what most of the world is really like, as opposed to just within my own North American kind of mindset. I got to see kind of what a lot of the world, the majority of the world actually lives like, and it just helped me grow as a person and kind of realize that I'm very lucky where I am, and yeah.
Abetavu impacted me in a significant way. I got to spend a lot more time with God and to see how people follow God in a different way. I got to see from the lives of the African people there, just to see how they had so much less than we do, and they're still like in love with God, and they're still so passionate. And it was really great to experience that. I was able to grow deeper in my relationship with God just by loving them and just by just growing with them.
It's one of those things where you think you've got it all right in your own mind and the way you live, and then you see how somebody else can live on so much less, and it gives you so much more of appreciation for what you have when you come home, and a greater sense of what community and family really is. So
Abetavu taught me what, kind of like I said earlier, like what a real family is and what it really means to love people unconditionally, despite physical disability or frustration or financial situation or whatever. Just that we are called to love people, and that is just that. We're just called to love people despite any circumstance. And it just really taught me what a family really is, what it should be, even if you're not biologically related to someone.
For me, it was just the family atmosphere. When you show up, you are just immediately family. There's no pretenses. You're automatically Uncle Justin, and so that was really neat. That was just how you could be accepted into that community and instantly be part of it when you're really a stranger. So
I don't know if I could really chop it down to one moment, but I'd say that overall, just the sense of community that you get there is really impacting, because it's so different from what we see here in North America, where everyone's kind of individualistic and likes to do things kind of on their own, whereas there it's all a community and you're part of the family kind of deal. Yeah.
The most impactful moment, I might cry. The most impactful moment I had at Abetavu was when we were volunteering in one of the local schools, and we had played games, and I got really hot because it was exceptionally hot there, and so I sat down, and all the kids who we were playing soccer or something, all the kids sat around me, and I was like, I'm gonna try and like learn a little bit of the language while I'm here. And so I started asking them what different words mean, and I would point to like my hand and be like, what does this mean? And they would explain in their language, and there were so many times when I like got the word wrong or I couldn't figure it out, and it was just hilarious, and it was just like full of just laughs and mishaps. But it was really humbling. It was really humbling to be a minority and to struggle through something, and to just be humbled in a culture that you don't know, or you don't know the language, and it was very special because they were so kind and they were so forgiving, and yeah, it was just all love. It was awesome.
You really see amazing people there, because even though like they have like this amazing relationship with God, but with the stuff that they go through, they're still so rich and they have so much joy, and it's contagious, and you kind of want more of that. And there's lots of areas that I find that I would be able to help, and other people would be able to help, and it's just
That's easy. Colin and Codron. Those guys were awesome. They were like just little balls of energy the whole time. Every time you wake up, they'd be like the first people you'd see, and they'd just grab onto you and be like, hey, like, what's going on? What are we gonna do today? And yeah, obviously the whole family was great to be with, but those two stand out to me as being really outgoing, and you just had a lot of fun with them.
Elder lady of the family, Jaja, was really nice, and it was really cool because she would always be so sweet and so caring to us. And like me and Sheldon got sick at times, and she was there to like give us advice on like what we should eat and what we need to do to get better. and I was able to just talk with her and get to know her more and just kind of learn about cool stuff from her, like hear her stories, and it was really impactful for me. It was cool also to, like, all of Carly's kids were really amazing, and one that kind of stuck out was Douglas, because think about him, like he was one of the older kids who was able to translate for us when we had to go to different areas. When we went to the village to invite all the kids to our program, to the kids' church, he had to be there to translate for us, and I was able to work with him a bit when we dug potatoes on the farm and all the stuff that we did. And it was really cool to see how much he depended on God, and just to see his joy and to play with him in football and all that stuff. A lot of the kids were really great at football, and it was really just fun to see how competitive they were and to get to know them more and to grow with them.
Little Jeremiah. Yeah, he wouldn't he wouldn't leave me alone. He'd constantly a little 1.5-year-old that would he fell asleep on me many times, and would just follow me around all the time. And I'd lay in my bed and I'd be there trying to rest, and then he'd pop and he'd lift up the mosquito net, he'd be like, uncle, and he'd crawl up and he'd like sit on me, and he'd just want to hang out. Even if I just laid there, he just wanted to hang out. So that was one of my favorite things.
Tina, for sure. Tina, she basically runs the home, and she's 19, and so they have a little campsite down the hill, and so every day I'd walk down and she'd be sweeping, and I'd be like, Tina, how can I help? Like, can I sweep with you? And so we'd sweep together, and then she really loved playing with my hair, and so she'd comb my hair and braid my hair, and it was just really nice to have another girl in the picture, because I was the only girl on my team for a little while, and so it was really nice to just have her to chat with her, and she is just one of the most loving, genuine people I've ever met, and she just gives so much, and she taught me so much of what it's like to just serve and not really think about it, but to just serve in a genuine way. Oh my gosh, Christine, I loved Christine. She's also one of the hardest working people I've definitely ever met. She loved the animals, and so she would always be out like watching the cows or taking care of the goats or something, and so I'd walk down the hill and chat with her, and her English wasn't very good, so we would try and like teach each other, and so I'd like point to something and it was like a tree or something, and she'd say it in Luganda and I'd say it in English, and we would just communicate, try and teach each other our own languages. And there was times where we were very confused and we had no idea what was going on, but it was really fun, and I learned a lot from her. And she's also just an incredible mother. She just loves Jeremiah, her little boy, so much, and she works really, really hard for him, and you can really see that. She's really special. Yeah, I would definitely suggest other people to go. Yeah, it's an amazing place to learn and to do mission in a different setting other than just like building a house and then leaving. You're really doing life with people, and that was something that we really appreciated.
There's so many Christians, and there's persecution, and there's poverty, and you really see amazing people there, because even though like they have like this amazing relationship with God, but with the stuff that they go through, they're still so rich and they have so much joy, and it's contagious.
Yeah, I think it's a good chance to get a wider and broader spectrum of what life is beyond what we live in, and just gives you a better perspective to live your life with here. And yeah, it's definitely something that is worthwhile. I think everybody should go on a trip similar to this, or this trip at some point in their life.
Yeah, I would suggest other people go for the exact reasons that given previously. I think it's just an awesome experience, and it's worthwhile taking time to do a trip like that.